Welcome to Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. It's been 45 days since the alleged kingpin of the Sandeshkhali violence, Shahjahan Sheikh, went missing. Can you imagine, in modern-day India, in the 21st century, in 2024, someone who is wanted for multiple charges, from murder to rape, simply absconding for a month and a half? It's been 45 days to the day today. And the agencies, whether it is state agencies or central agencies, are simply not able to find where this man is. They're simply not able to do anything about bringing him to justice. But now it is even graver. The horrors that have happened in Sandeshkhali, especially after repeated allegations of rape and gang rape and other violent crimes against women, which has come to the light in the last couple of weeks. The police were initially reluctant to even file an FIR in these grave charges, but now that has been done. The chief of the National Commission for Women was today in Sandeshkhali, and she has said that unspeakable horrors have happened there and that the state is a fit case for president's rule. The chief minister, Mamata Banerjee, who happens to be the only woman chief minister in the country right now, she has called the violence exaggerated and politically motivated. So the question is, who is then playing politics over such grave crimes that are alleged to have taken place in Sandeshkhali?
मेरा विचार है कि प्रेसिडेंट रूल होना चाहिए, क्योंकि प्रेसिडेंट रूल के बिना पुलिस नहीं काम कर पाएगी या कोई भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन यहाँ पे काम नहीं कर पाएगा। अभी तक अगर बचाया जा रहा है शाहजहां को, तो वो इसीलिए क्योंकि वो किसी ना किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में है।
একটা ঘটনা ঘটেছে, ঘটনা হয়েছে, প্রথমে ইডিকে পাঠিয়েছে, তারপরে তার বন্ধু বিজেপি ঢুকেছে ইডিকে সাথে নিয়ে, আর কিছু মিডিয়া ঢুকেছে, ঢুকে তিলকে তাল করছে, শান্তির পরিবর্তে আগুন লাগাচ্ছে।
कुछ हुआ ही नहीं, अब डिनायल मोड में थे। अभी आप ही ने 164 कराया एक महिला का और शिबू हाजरा को अरेस्ट कर लिया। शेख शाहजहान कहाँ हैं? महिलाएं सबसे ज्यादा उनको एक्यूज की ना कि ये बंदा रेप किया।
আমাদের এখানে যেগুলো হচ্ছে, আমাদের উপরে নির্যাতন হচ্ছে, সেইগুলো বললাম। পুরুষদের উপরে কিভাবে হচ্ছে নির্যাতন হচ্ছে, রাতের পর রাত নিয়ে গিয়ে কিভাবে ওদেরকে উপরে টর্চার করা হচ্ছে, মারধর করা হচ্ছে।
All right, so let's take you through the latest updates in what is a sordid saga that has been brewing in Sandeshkhali for the better part of the last month and a half. Shahjahan Sheikh, his two aides, were arrested by the Bengal police. One of them happens to be TMC leader Uttam Sardar. He's been arrested on charges of rioting as well as sexual harassment. Many of the women took his name, saying that they were sexually harassed by him. Also, another aide of Shahjahan Sheikh, also happens to be a local TMC neta, Shibu Hazra, was arrested on charges of attempt to murder as well as rape. Mamata Banerjee, while speaking in the assembly and outside, has defended Shahjahan Sheikh. The Bengal chief minister says this entire thing started with the aide going to arrest Shahjahan Sheikh. The aide went there, she claims, targeting Shahjahan, and that's when this entire violence erupted. The chief minister also claims that the BJP, both locally there in Sandeshkhali and in the state, have been exaggerating the violence that happened in Sandeshkhali. BJP workers, she says, are making allegations disguised as locals when there is ample proof. Media has reported it, and now left with no choice, the police have also been forced to register an FIR with these multiple allegations of grave sexual assault against women. The BJP gets a green light from the Calcutta High Court. They moved the Calcutta High Court today. Shibu Hazra, the leader of the opposition, has been allowed to go to Sandeshkhali tomorrow. The Calcutta High Court has also issued an interim stay on Section 144 that was in place in Sandeshkhali. Adhikari has been ordered to refrain from making any inflammatory speeches. That's the direction from the Calcutta High Court. The West Bengal police have ordered to give Shuvendu Adhikari further security. Today, the National Commission for Women Chief, Rekha Sharma, visited Sandeshkhali. She claims that this is a state-sponsored cover-up of sexual assault and land grab. In fact, the NCW chief, speaking to reporters after her visit, has called for Mamata Banerjee's resignation. She has also said this is a fit case for the imposition of president's rule. The Supreme Court was also moved on this matter. There was a PIL asking for a CBI or an SIT probe into what is happening in Sandeshkhali. The Supreme Court has ordered the petitioners to approach the Calcutta High Court instead. The Supreme Court told the petitioners not to compare the situation in Sandeshkhali to what is happening in Manipur. That was one of their contentions in court today. The TMC claims the Supreme Court's order today asking the petitioners to approach the Calcutta High Court and not granting any immediate relief, that the TMC claims is a blow to the BJP's propaganda machine. All right, I want to go across to our various guests who are joining us. This has become a huge political slanging match between the BJP and the TMC in Bengal, and it has had ramifications beyond the state as well. Dr. Shantanu Sen is Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament of the TMC, will be joined by Priyanka Tibrewal of the BJP. Lalita Kumaramangalam is former chairperson of the NCW. Shikha Mukherjee is a senior journalist, and Yashwardhan Azad, former police officer, also joining us. Let me start with you, Dr. Shantanu Sen. You know, multiple agencies have gone to Sandeshkhali and they have all come to the same conclusion, whether it's the National Commission for Scheduled Castes, the West Bengal Child Protection Committee, or today the National Commission for Women. And the conclusion is unspeakable and grave crimes have happened against women there in Sandeshkhali, and no one is doing a thing about it. Even the police took a good 20 days just to register an FIR in some of these grave crimes against women.
First of all, this might be your conclusion, but this is not at all the conclusion at large. Let me tell you, there was severe reportings given by the members of National Women Commission before, our State Women Commission and others, where it has been told categorically before camera that no such complaint of sexual harassment or rape has been received from any lady of Sandeshkhali, number one. Number two, you tell me this Women Commission chief, how she can recommend presidential rule, how she can recommend resignation of chief minister. Her jurisdiction doesn't allow her to speak like this. But she is speaking because she is here to work at the behest of Bharatiya Janata Party. If you go through her history, she will come to know that earlier she was a candidate of Bharatiya Janata Party somewhere. Likewise, you must recall Priyank Kanungo, who was heading another commission. He was the chief of youth wing of Madhya Pradesh of BJP. There was another commission which was headed by former BJP women's wing chief of Gujarat. There was another commission, Mr. Arun Haldar. Who is he? He was the former SC/ST chairman.
No,
another commission was headed
one second,
by
Dr. Sen.
One
Dr.
second,
Sen,
let me complete.
no. You are fair. You are fair and well within your right to look into the antecedents of the people who are heading these agencies. But let me just read out the conclusion of these agencies, just excerpts of it. National Commission for Scheduled Castes that visited on the 15th of February. The visit revealed acts of torture and rape. This is a classic case to invoke president's rule in West Bengal. The West Bengal Child Protection Committee visited to probe a case of child abuse. Child's mother says that miscreants snatched my daughter. And today the National Commission for Women said that the Bengal police did not act in time and that there are grave, unspeakable horrors that have happened against some of the women there in Sandeshkhali. Forget about the antecedents of the people who are heading these organizations. How can multiple agencies come to the same conclusion that unspeakable horrors have happened in Sandeshkhali and the state police has not acted, certainly not acted speedily enough?
Jacob, please don't mind, you are harping on the same string. The state police is working hard and it has been depicted by our DG itself. It has been said by our Honorable Chief Minister, Madam herself. And that's why our political representatives, our elected political representatives, they got arrested. You cannot cite a single example in any BJP ruled state where an accused who belongs to BJP can be arrested by their local administration. Here Trinamool Congress run government can do so. Here lies the beauty of Trinamool Congress
Where is
government.
Sheikh
You can
Shah
go through the you can go through the schedule of the
Where is the
events
goon of TMC,
accordingly.
Sheikh Shah Jahan?
You can
He's still
recall how
absconding.
One
Sukant
second, please. One
Majumdar
second.
was
Let him
riding
finish.
on a
One second.
motorcycle without wearing helmet, being associated with the goons, attacking the police personals. Just see the chronologies. You can recall the statement given by Sriti Irani, who was trying to create a narrative Hindu versus Muslim. You can recall the audio clip that of Ognimitra Pal, BJP MLA, that has come out, where she was saying someone that yes, we have to handle this issue for our political interest. You
Okay.
can recall other
So
statements by other
let
political
me
leaders
ask
of
Priyanka
BJP.
Tibrewal of the BJP, the TMC spokesperson, saying that two people have been arrested. They were close aides of Shahjahan Sheikh. One of them, Uttam Sardar, faces sexual harassment charges, accused of rioting and inciting violence. He has been arrested. And Shibu Hazra, again a TMC local level leader, a close aide of Shahjahan Sheikh, faces charges of attempt to murder, section 376D, which is gang rape, which has now been added by the Bengal police. The TMC spokesperson's contention is, please show us one example where a BJP person has been arrested in a BJP ruled state for crimes as grave as attack on women.
Sir, our simple question to them is, where is Sheikh Shah Jahan? Why is your police incompetent to catch him? Now, whatever they are doing is a mere eyewash, and I will tell you why. Because day before yesterday, they were saying that the women there who have been the rape survivors, when they are speaking in front of camera, they said that all this is nautanki, this is drama, they have been hired, they are like doing dramas after getting money. This is what they were saying. Now, today, why have they arrested them? If everything was a drama and that nothing had happened, why has the police registered an FIR of rape? Why the charges of molestation stands true today? Because till yesterday they said nothing has absolutely happened. They didn't want that anybody should go there, visit there, whether it is the National Commission, whether it is any other commission or any other agencies. They have stopped each and every one because they wanted that the fire should, set down so nobody can speak anything, nobody should come to know the truth. They have gone to the extent of arresting reporters. They have gone to the extent of arresting reporters. I once again question, is it only the duty of the police administration under Mamata Banerjee to see who is wearing a helmet and who is not wearing a helmet? But whatever is happening with the ladies there, when they are being raped, when they are being molested, when they are being assaulted, that is not the duty of the police to register cases under FOXO and rape. Such grave charges they are denying.
Lalita Kumaramangalam, let's leave the politics aside. As a former chairperson of the National Commission for Women, forget about the politics of what the current chairperson said when she went there, saying that the state is a fit case for president's rule, etc. I don't think that's the remit of the NCW. But as my understanding goes, after the Nirbhaya case, when 376 was amended, today the police do not have a choice. If there is a woman complainant who is coming forth and saying that grave sexual assault has happened against her, the police have to forthwith register an FIR. My understanding is, in the Sandeshkhali case, it took them at least 2 weeks for the police to even register an FIR. Is that even permissible as per the new amended law?
You're absolutely right, Zaka. The point is not whether Mamata Banerjee is a woman CM or not. The point is that she's a CM of a state where police are, for some reason, hesitant, probably too afraid or are being threatened. I don't know. Nobody will ever know the truth in this. To even file an FIR when it's not one woman, when a whole huge number of women have cried rape. Now, the point also is not that it may not or may have happened in some other state. Rape is a heinous crime regardless. And when one commission after another, one of which is actually from the state of West Bengal itself, under Mamata's rule, has clearly stated that sexual abuse has happened, then the police should have, as per the law and as per any sort of ethics, if there are any left, should have filed an FIR immediately. Post that, let them do their investigation. Nobody is saying no. And I'd like to tell the TMC gentlemen that there have been people from the BJP who've been arrested on rape charges. For example, in July 2023, a gentleman called Chand Gupta was arrested in UP, in Meerut, for when a 17-year-old girl made the accusation that he had sexually abused her. But again, that is not the moot point here. A mistake made by one person, and this is not just a mistake is a very mild word to use.
It's a crime.
it's an absolutely heinous crime just because one particular government is trying to cover it up because of their politics or their vote bank or whatever it is, or may have done so in the past. It cannot be a cover up for the present situation.
Okay.
What Rekha Sharma said may have been outside her ambit, but she has said it in anguish and after meeting those women one on one. I was also NCW chief. If I had gone there, and with me, I even speak Bengali, I probably would have reacted with the same anger and the anguish. Okay, legally it's not within her ambit, but her comment may not have been a purely legal comment. She would have made the comment probably as a woman who has seen, firsthand the sort of, it's so difficult even to describe what those poor women would have gone through and their children. There have been girls who have been, little girls who have been sexually abused. So I don't think that the point here is whether somebody said something outside their ambit or not. Where on earth is that chap Sheikh Shah Jahan? Where is
Shikha Mukherjee, I think the moot point is that. That's what Priyanka Tibrewal was also asking. That's what Lalita Kumaramangalam has also been asking. Where is this man Sheikh Shah Jahan? Is he so far big and above the law that for 45 days, state agencies and central agencies have been looking for this man and they can't find him? I mean, is he such a big person who is bigger than the law of the land that the agencies can't seem to locate where he is? Some people are saying he is living in Sandeshkhali itself in disguise. There are conspiracy theories doing the round saying he's already escaped from Bengal. He's probably gone into a different state or maybe even a different country. The point is, here is a man who is accused, and no one is saying that he's guilty as charged. He's an accused for multiple grave charges. Why is it that no one seems to know where he is and why can't he be arrested?
Zaka, I'm shocked by your question. If the agencies can't find him, can I have an answer? I mean, this is the ultimate question to which there is no answer, which is that if the police and the central agencies are unable to find him, then the fault lies with the agencies themselves. This is a question which should be asked from the agencies, not from journalists. Journalists only follow a story. They do not look for the culprits themselves.
No, ma'am, the implication, what I intended to ask, the implication being that surely in this day and age, no one can be hiding from the law unless law enforcement agencies are also playing a part in that.
If that is so, then there is a complete breakdown of law and order in the entire country. That is what you're saying. The implications of that is huge. And let me say that this is not, this is if that is your conclusion, I'm actually happy that you've reached that conclusion, because when I look at what is happening in Manipur, and thanks to the Supreme Court, that issue has been raised in the Sandeshkhali case, what is happening there? What is happening there? The local police is unable to control the violence. The central agencies are unable to control the violence. There's a complete failure of the state. That is what we are talking about. And I think that, it needs to go beyond this binary of the opposition and the ruling regime. The ruling regime in one place is always bad. The opposition in another place is always bad. This has to end. Law and order, which is the bedrock on the basis of which government stands, is being taken for granted in state after state after state after state. West Bengal may in one view be the Gaza Strip of India, but Manipur is no less a Gaza Strip of India. What is happening there? And the Supreme Court is right to have raised the issue that Sandeshkhali is not Manipur. What was this? What was this National Commission for Women chairperson doing after Manipur? Did she call for the president's rule? Did she call for the resignation of the chief minister? Did she say that there's a complete breakdown of law and order in that state?
Okay, I think on the one hand, ma'am, you say don't play politics, but I think by drawing an equivalence, by
you
drawing an
cannot have two
equivalence
sets of
between
standards.
Sandeshkhali and
One
what's happening in
standard for all.
Manipur, I think you're also making a political point. But be that as it may, let me ask Yashovardhan Azad, and I think I'm trying to get at something here. Yashovardhan Azad is a former police officer. Please tell me, Yashovardhan Azad, in this day and age where there is cell phone tracking, you can track through cell phone towers, IMEI numbers, social media accounts, can someone be absconding despite the spotlight of the entire national, local media, state and central agencies for 45 days? Can somebody abscond from the law? Is it even possible?
Yes, you can. If you throw away your mobile and you escape to a neighboring country, say Bangladesh, or just escape into another state, you can. But the question is that in this particular case, two of his top aides have already been caught, and there is already a case registered against him. So to say that the police would be complicit in his hiding, I do not agree with that. Besides, you have the central agencies too. So the time will come, and I think very soon he's going to be caught. That's not an issue. But the main point, as you said earlier, and I agree with that, is the delay in registering the FIR, which is a very serious thing, especially when POSCO is involved and especially when gang rape issues are involved. And this was coming from the women, and their angst and anger could be seen because they burnt 3 poultry farms of the accused. So they were under no pressure. They would have given the statements absolutely freely at that particular point of time. You know, the other thing about politics is that the politics is from both sides. Unfortunately, the credibility of the commissions have become, quite low. Each one is trying to be more loyal than the king. The issue of exactly framing the charge sheet or framing the FIR as per the statements is very, very important right now. And Zaka, if you ask me, in cases like this, where it is evident that the women have been trampled upon, their rights, rape or assault, it's very important to have a very neutral agencies. It is very difficult to think of a commission or even a media agency to do it. So the best thing would have been, I would suggest, is a retired judiciary official of the High Court, aided by an IPS officer, as a kind of a truth commission, which would get all the facts and then see that the entire cases are registered.
No, but the matter went to the Supreme Court. The PIL asked for either a CBI inquiry or an SIT, a special SIT to be set up, and the court said, go back to the Calcutta High Court. This is not Manipur. This was the court's observation today.
Yeah, absolutely. So Calcutta High Court is the right one to go to, and SIT is again formed by the state, and CBI is by the center. And that's exactly why I say that if you want any independent inquiry, the independent inquiry can only be done by this.
Okay. So Priyanka Tripurwal, now that you're back on the broadcast, one point 2 or 3 panelists have made is, when Manipur was happening, where was Rekha Sharma? Where was the NCW? How come they didn't go there and say the same thing, that it's a fit case for imposing president's rule?
Well, I'll tell you something, Zaka. It really upsets me when I see women like Shikha Mukherjee, who was, jumping at that time of Manipur. But today, when the entire village, when all the women are there on the streets in front of camera, she doesn't have any empathy towards those women, and they are comparing. They are comparing rape, and they are comparing the rape of Sandeshkhali to that what happened in Manipur. I believe that anything which happens against women, nothing is tolerable. There should be absolutely no tolerance. There should be voices. And at the time of Manipur also there were voices. People were saying that whatever happened was not correct. But today, why Shikha Mukherjee is having the difficulty when the Women Commission goes there? See, there was the same denial from Shikha Mukherjee and others like her during the post-poll violence. They continued saying that nothing has happened in West Bengal. They are making it a political scene. But then with the stepping in of NHRC and the stepping in of Women Commission before the courts of law, I, through my petition, proved that what was happening on the ground. And the courts went to the extent of saying that yes, there was violence which Mamata Banerjee and her party was continuously denying. And this is the same thing, Raka, which will come out from this Sandeshkhali issue as well, where they are saying that these women are doing notanki, these women are doing natak. If everyone is doing natak and notanki, why have you registered the FIR? Why have you arrested these people if nothing had happened?
Shikha
whatever they are
Mukherjee,
saying, look,
please
it's more than
respond.
what
When
we
you
are.
bring in the Manipur example, let's be clear
I
about
did.
it.
The
There was
Supreme Court
national
did,
outrage
Raka.
when Manipur happened. It even stalled a session of parliament. There was a debate in parliament where the senior most leaders of this country, of this government, had to respond to
They
diminish what has
didn't,
happened in
Zaka.
Sandeshkhali
That is
in
the
light of what's
problem.
happened in Manipur is not doing justice to either.
See, this is where the problem lies. You cannot have multiple ways of looking at the same problem. If there is a breakdown of law and order, when women are assaulted and they are attacked and there is rape and there is sexual abuse, then the same law prevails. The law is not special for the Brijbhushans of this world. The law is not special for the Wrestlers Federation goons, who had all those women wrestlers on the streets in Delhi
Raka,
under
can I come in,
everybody's
please?
nose.
Yeah.
When Manipur happens and the Supreme Court actually draws that makes that comparison, I am not making the comparison. I have refrained in the last few times that I have participated on, not on your channel but in other channels, on the Sandeshkhali issue from drawing the Manipur comparison. But the Supreme Court is doing it. Why is the Supreme Court doing it? Is the Supreme Court less competent in these matters? I am very clear in my head that when there is a breakdown of law and order, as has happened in Manipur, the same way in which things in West Bengal are perceived, things in West Bengal are taken up, the way in which the central agencies and the government has to
Okay.
operate, the same thing applies. And you referred to the parliament, where the whole session of parliament got disrupted for what reason? A state is in turmoil. There is ethnic cleansing going on there. And we are asking the Home Minister
Zaka,
and the
can I
Prime
come in,
Minister
please?
for accountability.
Lalita
Zaka,
Kumar
there is no
Mangalam,
accountability.
please respond.
Yeah,
I mean, the
please.
same
No,
law,
let me
the
finish,
same
Zaka.
law.
Here
Can I
at
come in,
least-
please?
Yeah, the same law should apply to
Minister
Brijbhushan
has
Sharans of the
made
world.
statements
What
in
happened to
the
our
assembly.
wrestlers? They were protesting on the streets of Delhi, and Brijbhushan Sharan, through proxy or otherwise, is still in control of wrestling in India.
First, let me say that it doesn't sound like Mrs. Mukherjee, with all due respect to her, is not playing politics here. At the beginning of the show, I said that whether it is Manipur, whether it is West Bengal, whether it is UP, Rajasthan, any other state, rape is rape. When the convicts who were in for Bilkis Banu's rape were let out, I was the only person who said that they should not have been given bail. I'd like to say this very clearly here.
You were not the
Regardless
only
of what
person,
may have,
please.
ma'am, please, I did not interrupt you. Let me finish. Please. The point here is not what is happening in Manipur or somewhere else. The point is that today we are talking about West Bengal. And if, by what Ms. Mukherjee says, the same law is to be applied to everybody, then the way she is criticizing Manipur, the same way West Bengal should be criticized and questioned. I am not saying what is happening in Manipur was right, or the action that should have been taken against Brijbhushan Sharma but wasn't is right. What I am saying is that everybody seems to be playing politics. And in the end, it's the victims, the women and the children, who are suffering. If we can for once put aside our political leanings or sympathies or whatever it is, and agree that what today is happening in West Bengal is just another sickening, terrifying example of how pervasive patriarchy is in Indian politics, and that immediate action needs to be taken at the very least today in West Bengal.
Dr. Shantanu
if
said,
only
isn't
to
it
prove
all
a
the
point,
more imperative
then
that,
yes,
that Mamata Banerjee
what
being
people are
the
saying
only
is fine.
woman chief minister in the state, in the country, the fact that in her state, where the police are under her, these grave allegations have come forth, and the chief minister unfortunately has said that they look exaggerated, they look politically motivated. Let's have a probe. Let's find out. Like I said, as per the new amended 376, the section of the IPC that deals with rape, the police are duty bound to register an FIR the moment a woman complainant comes forth.
See, the only lady chief minister of the country who takes so much care of women, she also says, yes, rape is a heinous crime. But the issue
No, she
is
didn't say so.
you have to see two things. Number one, whether the complaint is true or false. And number two, if there is at all any incident that has taken place, whether the administration is playing its own course or not. Unlike Madhya Pradesh, where recently a pregnant woman was gang raped, unlike in UP, where in the constituency of Sriti Irani, a rape victim had to take poison because he didn't get justice. Unlike Rajasthan, where a rape victim had to climb up a water tank for claiming justice. Here in our state of West Bengal, for each and every incident, our administration takes a neutral role and they take their own
So
course
why
of
did the
action.
police in Sandeshkhali take 15 days after these allegations were made public? These women were speaking to the media, but the police did not register an FIR for a good 15 days.
Certainly not. You have seen after the deposition of that lady, police arrested two persons who were associated with Trinamool Congress. Once again, I repeat. On the contrary, in Gujarat,
Why?
one
That is
lady,
the question. Why?
she used
When
to
you
be a
said that
Panchayat
no rape
Sadasya
took
of
place,
BJP.
why did
She
you
was
arrest?
claiming that one minister raped her. Even then, he is still in the ministry. Here lies the difference between BJP
Okay.
ruled states and Trinamool Congress ruled states.
Right.
Priyanka Tibrewal, final word. Yashwardhan Azad says in this day and age, it's still possible if someone just loses his cell phone and flees to a neighboring state or a neighboring country, it's possible that somebody is absconding despite the efforts of the state or central agencies to locate him.
This government is complicit in whatever is happening in Shahjahan's case because they very well know that where he is, but they are not trying to arrest him and they cannot arrest him. Now they are left with no
Subhedru
cases
Adhikari
because
also
most of
knows
their
this end.
mantris are there in the jail.
Why don't
And
you
it is a
ask
matter
Subhedru
of
Adhikari
shame.
to
He
disclose?
takes pride. He takes pride that
Why
Mamata
don't
Banerjee
you
being a
ask
woman,
Subhedru
it is a
Adhikari to
matter of
disclose?
shame.
He was
I
claiming
think
he
it is a
knows his
matter of
location.
shame that she being the women minister and the police minister herself did not ask the police to take action for
Subhedru
45 good long
Adhikari
days.
was claiming
Now
that
you
he
see,
knows his
they run to
location.
UP and Manipur with a
Why
fact-finding
Subhedru
committee
Adhikari
every
should not
time.
be
With
arrested?
a
You tell me.
fact-finding committee. Why didn't for once Mamata Banerjee go to Sandeshkhali? She rather went and said that these women have taken 5,000 rupees to lie in front of cameras. They are all agents. She said these are CPM women. These are BJP women. Women being raped, whosoever it is, CPM or BJP, will the chief minister not take any action over that? That is what the question is.
All
You
right.
see, restless were allowed.
I
They
have
did their
to
protest in the
leave it at
street.
that.
Unlike
All I'll
Sandeshkhali,
say as I
nobody went out to
conclude
manifest in
is this:
Sandeshkhali.
whether a grave crime against a woman has happened in Manipur or in Rajasthan or in Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra or Bengal, a crime is a crime. And like I keep saying, the law of the land makes it imperative that the investigating agencies, the law enforcement agencies, the moment a woman complainant comes forth and says that there's been a grave sexual assault on her, the law enforcement agencies have no choice but to file an FIR and an investigation should be launched forthwith. That is the implication of the new amended Section 376. If that's not been done for the better part of almost 2 weeks after these allegations came to light, then that is a big blot on not just any state, but the only state in India which is helmed by a woman chief minister. We hope that better lessons are learned by the state administration there, and there is eventually a thorough probe into what happened in Sandeshkhali.